It's good I didn't pee because I was thinking about peeing. So a cyclist has just passed by. So me peeing, would like really be hitting the jackpot. Like the jackpot. So yeah, some other remedy I'm kind of intaking came to me. Because since I'm taking the water filtered, and I have it kind of stored in a container with zeolite in it, my water tends to be not the water I drink from the fountains, but the water at home tends to have a more alkaline state than, just normal tap water has, because of the zeolite that I also take as a pill at night to detox. So also my water, because being alkaline, helps a kind of sour body after doing workout or whatever to get into a neutral state again, which would be good. Like our cell water isn't sour and it isn't alkaline, it's like something in between. So the other thing, my water is stirred, and by stirred I mean it's not following a kind of a tube going straight and then coming out straight to me. It's being whirled because it's first of all cleaned by a ceramic filter, then by a coal filter. So parts get plastics taken away by the ceramic filter and other like dirts and stuff by the coal filter, and then it runs through quartz. So it gets quartz, according to Thomas Moore, can be giving energy like real electricity to water, because water, a droplet, has a plus and a minus pole, so that one can show a form of electricity. And then it runs through like 5 different things, like, so 3 are left, it's like, or 4, so it's the quartz and some more quartz and then small spheres. So these spheres give the water the chance to meander like in a stream, not stream, but actually in a small stream where the water would go all around like the small pebbles and the big stones and stuff, and by that get whirled around, so it gets lively again, because if something with poles, minus and plus, gets whirled a lot, it has more energy. So that's what I intake, sort of lively water, and not this sort of dead run water from those straight tubes coming to houses. And it's also cleaned by the stuff it might accumulate and carry with it from inside those tubes, and also if they can't clean out all the medicines the people intake in the sewage plant. So my ceramic filter and coal filter will provide for that. So yeah, I learned from Victor Schauberger about this whirling of the water, and also when I was at the school and we did the garden, we had a bucket, we put water into it, and some poo from the cow that was stored in a horn of the cow. So it had like lots of minerals in there and fermenting stuffs. A little bit of that in that water. We were going around like this, then stopping, going around like this, so whirling a lot of air also into that water. And that one we put onto our garden just by putting a leaf, a branch with leaves or needles into that water, and just dropping some droplets by that thingy onto the gardens. Not like drowning the garden with that water, wasn't necessary. It's like fertilizer, used like fertilizers are used, just a little bit. So, all these good things kind of combined I intake. So the other good thing is my running up here, because whenever I had a shower I tend to sing and be happy. I like white stones. I have a girasol at home still and a smoke quartz. All the others I gave away back to the nature. It's a form of a art video that I did called Return to Sender. Oh yeah, I have like written a lot more sequences of my movie, and I'm like so thrilled. I'll probably finish that one this year, but not next year. So I will be maybe going and really search for a place to work. Maybe as if I can find it somewhere as a real mean domina, so they make a lot of money, and then I will go and have like 2 years of work as a domina, and maybe if I fall off, then I get 80% of that salary from the unemployment office. You know, usually people don't want to be with me too long, so if that one happens again, like after 1.5 years, then I will have to make it 2 years. So that's my kind of secret plan. Someone I know has been working, and his income was like 9,000 Swiss francs working for the theater as a video specialist or video like engineer. Not cutting, but like looking after all the wires and stuff. The lights, not the video. So, or the technical department at least. And so then he went to a psychologist and told that woman that he feels followed. So she, after having been to her, talking to her for a few times, gave him a kind of bill, so he didn't have to go to work anymore. So then for 2 years he had, from this 9,000 Swiss francs, this sort of, when you're ill, not the unemployment money, but the money you get when you just don't, you know, go to work anymore because of a illness that some kind of a doctor can, you know, put on a paper. So it was a psychologist telling that he's got too many fears and panics and stuff and just feels deranged, and so he cannot work. Yeah. And he's the one that has been putting out from a squatted house I think 2 movies, yeah. He was working as an artist. One is a movie against the police, and the other one is a movie about how it feels like for someone to move into the financial capital of Switzerland, Zurich. So I kind of hate that man, because once I was staying with him 2 weeks, it was when I was homeless. He let me look after his 3 kids, and after those 2 days he went like, okay, now you leave. And I went like, oh yeah, let me prepare some smoke, so when I'm outside I don't have to go into a shop and into the toilet and do them there, because it's illegal in Switzerland still. So then he went like calling the police, and they kind of entered his flat, and he got rid of me by that. And beforehand he was kicking me into the chest, so I then had pains. I couldn't sleep, shit, laugh for 2 weeks. I had to take pain remedies just to lay down, and it was horrible, because when you're laying down your chest is kind of immobile, yeah, sure, but it's pressed to the floor by gravity, and just that one hurt. So yeah, that's what you can expect from people. He was like talking to his girlfriend, let's talk her into looking after the kids, because then you don't have to do anything and I don't have to do anything, and since she's homeless she will do that because we provide a place to sleep. How mean that is, because when you're homeless you kind of are weak yourself. You just need rest and sleep and watching television and doing nothing. Because you're outside constantly. You're always alert. People might steal something from you. You don't really know what the weather will be like. Will you be safe sleeping outside? Is it still there, your sleeping bag and all the blankets? It's just horrible. So people doing that to someone are just very mean. Everything outside, living outside is much more expensive than having a household where you have water. So any water you drink you have to buy as a homeless. Then also every coffee costs such a lot, whereas, you know, at home wouldn't cost you anything. Not that much. And also Switzerland is very expensive, like warm food, you know, you cannot afford it. Whereas if you buy it and you warm it up at home or cook, it wouldn't really, you know, be that expensive. And also, yeah, the transport, you need to have tickets for traveling the whole area to go back for money. At churches, you could do that, like before all the immigrants got here, it was possible. Now it's not anymore. They don't hand out money anymore. 10 Swiss francs it was at that time. Now it's just they give you a coupon, you can go eat somewhere. Like, you know, at the elderly home and stuff. I did that too then. Some places were handing out coupons to eat at the elderly home, like for 15 Swiss francs. So you ate there or sat there all day long, or in a library at the computer, or actually outside on a park bench, or yeah, beside the lake, beside the river. Like I spent so much time outside then, and also shaving my legs in a river and doing such things because I cannot afford for the shower at the station. And also I wouldn't go to the swimming of pool, the official one then. I was just taking showers whenever I could at those kind of homeless places where you could stay during the day, have a coffee for 50 Swiss raps, which is just, you know, no money. Normally costs you 4 Swiss francs, like 8 times as much. And there you could take showers, yeah. So during winter I would do that. But summertime it was just the river, washing hair, shaving my legs, that's it. And also like having a bath. Whew. So yeah. I love it when I walk up here and I can talk to the camera and I don't really feel how long it takes or where I am. I get into this sort of flow where I really forget about stuff. Like I hold on to my backpack. So, you know, holding something, like holding hands or holding some kind of stuffed animal. This has this kind of effect. So when I get home, everything needs to go into the refrigerator. The supplements need to go into the cellar. And then I will work on my movie script. Maybe. Ooh. Hello. Something going right here. Some animal was moving. Yeah. Whew. So yeah, let's sit down here for a while. Here is shadowy place. And yeah, it's the mid of the, like after the halfway bench up to the top. This one is like the mid something. From here it's just 15 minutes to where I live. So yeah, I'll feed the cat then, second time today, and yeah, enjoy life.